Hey guys, check it out. You're watching Jonathan Clarke on YouTube. Oh no! I would just like to take a moment to give a shout out to everybody uploading Descendants and Zombies videos on YouTube every night. What you've got to do instead of creating videos with AI is speak from your heart, and your YouTube channel will blow up. I just started speaking from my heart about Descendants and Zombies. There is nothing special about these videos. It's just a guy shooting videos out of his bedroom talking about Descendants and Zombies. And that's as honest and as genuine as a guy really needs to be talking about Descendants and Zombies for the fans of the franchise. Because in all honesty, these videos that are being uploaded are ridiculous. My YouTube channel, for some unknown reason, has exploded in popularity. And I have each and every one of you to thank for that. I'm expecting to have over 3,000 subscribers over the next couple of weeks. That will put me in the running to become the most popular Descendants and Zombies YouTube channel in the entire world. And I'm at a loss for words. 1,000 more subscribers and I will beat Planet Hollywood. Planet Hollywood is one of the most revered YouTube channels in the world who upload Descendants and Zombies videos. 700 more subscribers, I will beat Yep Studio, which is another very popular Descendants and Zombies YouTube channel. So I'm like number 3. Thank you so much for that, to put me in the running to be considered the greatest of all time. Years ago, I was just a guy who podcasted out of his parents' basement. I had very little financing. I had no money. I had nowhere to be, nowhere to go. I thought my career was the heights of shit. I thought my show was the heights of shit. And each and every one of you have made me a celebrity overnight. You really are the most powerful force in the world. Thank you so much for having embraced me with warm hugs ever since I uploaded the very first video about Descendants and Zombies, which I thought was never going to amount to anything. I uploaded the video and overnight I became a star. And it was just about how I didn't agree with how Ryan McCartan was treating Dove Cameron and putting himself out there for being a real jackass. And he really was a real idiot. I think that every girl out there has a voice. God gave them a voice to use. And I think that empowerment for a girl to realize what she has as assets and really good, genuine qualities is something that needs to be put out there. And he was treating Dove Cameron like she was a ghost. And I was really upset over that. Because a girl has so many genuine qualities. All she ever wants to do is make somebody happy, make somebody laugh, be there for her girlfriend. And people like Ryan McCartan and Thomas Doherty and Kylie Contrell's boyfriend were just preventing that from happening, and I just wanted to put a stop to it. Thankfully, after being very vocal about Ryan McCartan, he has no longer produced any YouTube videos. His YouTube channel is still up and running, but there are no videos being uploaded in over a year. He's gone. Kylie Contrell's boyfriend hasn't been heard from in about over a year. He's gone. So I just want to say thank you so much from my heart to yours for having made this YouTube channel incredibly popular, because I never ever thought it was ever going to amount to anything. I am going to do my absolute best to honor what you love and what you cherish so much, and I know that it is Descendants and Zombies, and that's all I've ever wanted to do, was create special videos that would touch all of your hearts. I never ever thought, my goal was never to become the greatest of all time. All of my life, my goal was never to become the greatest of all time. It was never to show off on this YouTube channel. It was never to put myself out there and perceive myself for being somebody that I never was. All I ever was a guy that had a really big crush on Ruby Rose Turner. And I've loved Ruby all of my life. I am going to forever miss her being a part of the Descendants franchise. The thought of Ruby having parted ways with this franchise really breaks my heart. I can't even begin to put into words for you how sad I am that Ruby is no longer going to be a part of Descendants, which is why I put it out there, that if I become the writer and producer of Descendants, I'll make magic happen for Ruby, and I'll make Ruby's character Bridget stand out more than she ever has. I will bring this franchise to life like I have desperately tried to do with every video that I uploaded from the very first video that appeared on this YouTube channel over a year and a half ago. I am celebrating the 1-year anniversary of this channel. A year ago I had 5 subscribers. And you know something? The first 5 subscribers that subscribed to this YouTube channel are still here. I remember each and every one of you. I have never ever forgotten about you. Some of the first 150 subscribers that I put up on this channel are still subscribed. They are still watching videos. They are still liking videos. And I want you to know, while no other YouTube creator that creates Descendants and Zombies videos tells you that he loves you, or she tells you that she loves you, you will always hear and get that from me, because you deserve to be told that you are loved. You deserve to know how appreciated you are, and that appreciation will always be shown from me to you, from my heart to yours, because we share in the same passion, a passion that has brought us all together. And I never ever thought a year ago this YouTube channel would blow up like it has. It's really a holy shit moment for me every single time I see the subscribers going up on this YouTube channel. No matter if you're a fan of Dove Cameron from the past, Kylie Cantrell of the present, Mila Baker, it's just incredible hearing all of your stories. You know, I was a guy, like I said, I really didn't have a whole lot of support. I never really had that much of a family life. I lost both my parents when I was 19 years old, and that was a struggle in its own right. But I knew that even though I had no parents, I had no grandparents, I lost my grandfather a few years ago, I knew I had each and every one of you that I could relate to and I could share my stories with. I was always a really big Disney fan, and I remember my dad and mom being so supportive of me being a Disney fan, although they never really had a whole lot of money to help me create a YouTube channel or a radio show, so I pretty much had to put every bit of money that I had, all my financing, behind a YouTube channel, and it was really a make or break situation for me. It was either my videos would blow up and I would become popular overnight on YouTube, or I would just fade off into obscurity, because all I ever was a guy that used to talk about pro wrestling and write columns for different websites like PW Insider, ProWrestling.com, and WrestleZone.com, and hope that what I wrote about a review of a wrestling match I may have seen or a wrestling show would take off. And years later I started talking about Disney because I was very passionate about that, and I just wanted my voice to be heard about Disney and the franchises like Hannah Montana, Wizards, Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, and now Descendants and Zombies. This has been an experience that I know that I will never ever forget. I have always wanted to convey a message of kindness and spread my own message of kindness, because that's how I was raised. To be kind to each other, and no matter how unfortunate you were in life or how little you may have had compared to somebody else, I never really cared about the guy next door driving a sports car or having the latest Nintendo console. I cared about each and every one of you, and all I ever wanted was for my voice to be heard. And I know now, more than I ever have, that because of each and every one of you, I will surpass every other YouTube creator and every other YouTube channel out there that devotes he or she's time to creating Descendants and Zombies videos, because I have shared a piece of my heart with each and every one of you, which was really taking a shot to the stars that I didn't even know if it was going to be a hit or miss. It was really a hit or miss situation. I didn't even know if I was going to hit it and off with you guys. You were going to... Because the thing is, each and every girl out there that loves Descendants and Zombies has a heart. And in order for the host of a show that creates Descendants and Zombies videos to connect with his audience, you really have to touch that person's heart that's watching a video and explain why you love Ruby Rose Turner so much. I love Ruby because she's just so kind. Ruby is just a genuinely kind person, kind of like you guys. Because no other niche that I ever talked about made me as popular as this. No other niche ever cared about me as much as this. You know, girls would always leave comments in my videos saying, you know, I hope everything is going good for you. Your YouTube channel is going to be amazing. There was a girl a year and a half ago who left me a comment saying that she hoped everybody would subscribe to my YouTube channel. That was when the first video was uploaded. And she got her wish. This YouTube channel has become one of the most popular of all time. And you guys made this happen. Every little girl that ever showed up at my door dressed up as their favorite Descendants character that I felt really inspired by. Every little girl that sent me behind a laptop searching up why everybody loved Descendants so much. I haven't looked back since. I love The Rise of Red. I watched it 100 times, and I really did watch that movie 100 times. I would take an O. Henry bar or a Reese's Pieces cup, and I would watch that video over 100 times, and I would cry my eyes out because of how kind Ruby was. How Kylie Cantrell just wanted to portray this fierce character and portray a character that anything was possible with. Any dream could become a reality. And I have a lot of friends who tell me all the time that dreams don't come true, and I think that is bullshit. Because dreams do come true for every single person who ever believed in a dream, regardless of how small or how big that dream may have been. Every dream that you have can come true. It's just like the Victorious theme song years ago that told you to put your dreams in action. Because dreams do come true for everybody, whoever puts that dream in action and whoever does believe. Because really all you got to do is believe, and just got to have a few really good friends to help you make it through life. I mean, for instance, Bridget had one friend in the entire franchise. Who was that friend? It was Ella. She said, "Oh gosh no, my only friend is Ella." And Ruby found her light because of that one friend being Ella. And it showed just how powerful that one friend that you could carry with you through your entire life could help you make sense of every situation, kind of like how you guys helped me make sense of everything happening and going on in my life happening for me when I really couldn't. If you guys are the only friends that I ever have in my life for being a full-time YouTube creator and can prevent me from having to work at a yogurt shop or a noodle shop, I would be very appreciative of you. Thank you because all you really need are a few really good friends. You know, I had one friend who wanted to become a musician more than anything in the world. All he ever wanted to do was play drums. And he always told me that all you had to be was yourself. He never did get the opportunity to become a full-time rock star, like many people that I promoted over the radio over the years who wanted to be involved in indie rocking. I don't know why Dove Cameron always found interest in getting attached to idiots, and Kylie Cantrell found a boyfriend that couldn't treat her right. But the thing is, you know, you just don't need a whole lot of really good friends in life. All you need are a few good ones, and you'll be okay. Every dream for you will happen. I know there are a lot of people out there that believe perhaps they won't find true love. It's a real struggle for them to find a guy who really appreciates them. The thing about a guy is really hard to understand because a guy thinks that, you know, in a relationship he's number one. That's the biggest thing that you got to remember about a relationship. And that's why they've kind of put off Red finding a guy and having a relationship with them. You won't get to that until Descendants 5 or 6 because of the books, and that's what they're following along with are the books. So by Descendants 5 or 6, she'll have a love interest, but that's kind of why they're putting it off, because they don't want the focus of these movies to be about how Red finds a love interest and falls in love with them, and then the focus of that is on how they treat each other and the conflict that's presented in the relationship. What they want to focus on is just how powerful these characters are going solo and focusing on their friendships they have with other girls. Kind of like how Kylie Cantrell and Mila Baker, outside of shooting Descendants, have focused on their friendship and been so proud to have that publicized. I know we've read so many rumors about this friendship between Kylie Cantrell and Mila Baker, and we've often speculated on it. We don't know what's going to happen from one moment to the next. A lot of people have even left me comments wondering if I think that Red and Chloe will hit it off by the time we get to Descendants 5 with Wonderland. One can only hope for that, I guess. I've never wanted to shut the door on any child's dream, even if it was Red and Chloe hitting it off, because I think that in the Descendants universe, it's really a universe of endless possibilities. And I think these people that are creating videos about Descendants and zombies have really wanted to take your hopes and dreams away from you. And I'm sorry to say that. Yep Studio, Planet Hollywood, girls who are uploading Descendants and Zombies videos that really don't make a whole lot of sense with one video and 5,000 views and only 250 subscribers aren't really making a whole lot of sense to you. And I guess that's why I'm one of the greatest of all time to ever create a Descendants or Zombies themed YouTube channel, which I have each and every one of you to thank for that. You know, you've really got to have an appreciation for who's watching your video, and you've got to think about the person watching the video and what they want to get the most out of watching your videos for, and I take great pride in that. Sometimes it may not seem, as I come off as a guy who takes great pride in videos, but when you upload 4 Descendants videos per day because you want to appreciate your fans and let them know that they can count on you to have a video dropped every day, it is a huge responsibility being a full-time YouTube creator. And my nightmare really has been to work at a noodle shop or a yogurt shop, and I don't want to have to follow the same path, the career path of Ryan McCartan, as a character named Diggy on Liv and Maddie, which, by the way, was a show that I used to create videos on years ago because I was a huge fan of Dove Cameron. Boy, did I ever have a crush on Dove Cameron. Now that's transferred over to Kylie Cantrell and Ruby Rose Turner for how beautiful their friendship is. Let me just say this. If you have a girl in your life that you prioritize over a guy who you're in a relationship with, and you tell them more than you've ever told your guy friends, that's something to be very proud of, and I have a lot of respect for you for doing that. Because I have had a lot of girls that I have appreciated for having friends who are girls. And I've often called them on the phone when they didn't even know I was calling them. And I just told them, you know, thank you so much for being there for my girlfriend when I could never be there for her. Thank you for helping her make sense of situations that she couldn't make sense of. Thank you for preventing her from crying and wiping away her tears. I've actually done this because I think a friendship between two girls is something that doesn't deserve to be criticized. And people like Kylie Cantrell and Mila Baker are pretty much just wasting their tears, and I've just wanted to take them away from them, and I've just wanted to wipe away those tears and that aggravation and that fear of having to Google yourself in fear of what you're going to find. So now, for the first time in a year and a half, and the better part of a decade, your favorite Descendants stars can go on Google. They can Google the thoughts of Descendants 5 and the predictions, and they know that somebody is going to say something nice about them, because that's what they deserve. They don't deserve to have their hopes and dreams taken away from them and tore down, and have the franchises that they built for the last decade tore down from the ground up, and then some guy just shows up and magically tries to rebuild your hopes and dreams for you and rebuild the franchises for what they were meant to be remembered for and represented by. I did it because my greatest fear was always being forgotten and fading off into obscurity, because it was really a hit or miss situation for me, and I didn't know if my voice was going to be heard or anyone was going to love my show. But each and every one of you took this guy and you made him a star overnight. And I have each and every one of you to say thank you so much for that, because I know now, after my parents passed away, and their biggest dream was for me to go down for being one of the greatest of all time, I know now that my legacy will last eternally somewhere out there in the constellation of stars every single night that we all look at. Long after I'm dead and gone, I know that I will never ever be forgotten. And this is an experience that I will never ever forget, and I will cherish for the rest of my life. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for making this YouTube channel such a huge success story. Thank you so much for over almost 3,000 subscribers on this YouTube channel. I don't know how many I'm going to get from here on out, but I know I'm so close to becoming one of the greatest of all time for having been a fan of Ruby Rose Turner, Kylie Cantrell, and stars of the past like Lindsay Lohan, Dove Cameron, who undoubtedly made me famous overnight. 25 years ago, I was talking about Lindsay Lohan. I didn't think I was ever going to go anywhere from talking about Lindsay Lohan, and overnight, I exploded on the radio. And 25 years later, I'm one of the most famous YouTube creators of all time. I don't know if my friends even believe it that I see every day. I've got this one friend who blows shit up on his science project's YouTube channel. Another girl who creates cringy videos on YouTube who doesn't have as many subscribers as I do, nor as many views. It's just incredible. Really, really incredible. I just saw this one video that was uploaded by a girl who actually went as far as to give gifts to the stars of the Worlds Collide Tour. She attended the Worlds Collide Tour, and she only has 243 subscribers and one video with 5,000 views. And I sit here with over 240 videos uploaded, almost 250, and over almost 3,000 subscribers and near 40,000 views in just 3 months. Thank you so much. From my heart to yours, I love you forever and always, and I just want you to know that your favorite Descendants and Zombie stars will forever be appreciated. I will never ever stop believing in each and every one of you. You mean so much to me, man. I honestly don't know where I'd be without each and every one of you, because it takes a lifetime. It really takes a lifetime for somebody to put up over 30,000 views on YouTube. I mean, there are YouTube creators out there that nobody even know exist. I mean, there was a point in time in my life when I was uploading videos 15 years ago, I had over 4,000 videos uploaded. I wasn't uploading on a regular basis, but I was uploading enough that I should have had probably 1 million subscribers perhaps. But nobody ever noticed any of my videos. It wasn't until I started talking about Ruby Rose Turner and Kylie Cantrell as much as I have been that my videos are getting noticed and people are showing their appreciation for it. You girls are the strongest force in the world. And I very quickly realized that, and I have a really huge appreciation for each and every one of you. And I know that a lot of YouTube creators out there don't really tell you how much they appreciate you because they don't really understand the Descendants and Zombies franchise for what it's worth. And I think that's really where the miscommunication happens. The miscommunication happens because nobody really understands the Descendants and Zombies franchises for what they're worth and what they're supposed to represent. Let me tell you what the Descendants and Zombies franchise is supposed to represent. It's supposed to represent happiness, dreams coming true, second chances, standing up for what you believe in, and achieving your dreams most of all. And you guys helped me realize my greatest dream of all time, and that was to go down in history for never being forgotten about and being one of the greatest YouTube creators of all time, even if it was for creating Descendants and Zombies videos. I can't even begin to tell you how many nights I've cried out of appreciation that you haven't seen off of camera for just how much love and support you have shown this YouTube channel. After everything that I've had to endure in my life, this is the one thing that I could always depend on. And you guys were my greatest friends and my greatest treasure. You ultimately became my greatest treasure that I've hidden from the world for forever, because I wanted each and every one of you to stay on this YouTube channel for forever, because you ultimately did become my greatest treasure because you made me famous overnight. And I have each and every one of you to thank for that. I don't know where I'd be without you. I'd probably be on YouTube uploading videos that nobody would be watching, talking about something that never really made a whole lot of sense. And I really don't want to have to do that for the rest of my life. I just want to create videos for each and every one of you that I know you're going to love and you're going to find time and appreciating, and I know you do. I know you do, because if you didn't appreciate the videos, you wouldn't be hitting the subscribe button or the like button as many times as you are. No matter if I talk about Pink, no matter if I talk about Bridget, Dove Cameron, Kylie Cantrell, it's an experience and a journey that you've got me on that I'm forever thankful and indebted to you for. Because you never had to subscribe to this YouTube channel. You could have subscribed to somebody else's YouTube channel that was talking about Descendants and Zombies, whose videos were ultimately better. I know this show is not really highly financed, $5,000, but well, it's a lot of money for me because I never had the money to put behind this YouTube channel, but it was really a hit or miss with me, as I said. I didn't know this YouTube channel was going to explode the way that it has, but it did. And it happened not because I created YouTube videos about Descendants and Zombies. It happened because of each and every one of you. I don't know if it was because you thought I was a genuinely sweet guy and a real sweetheart, a really good-looking guy who loved Descendants and Zombies as much as each and every one of you, because you got to believe me. I love Descendants and Zombies just as much as each and every one of you, and I haven't looked back since. There have been girlfriends that I've had who had daughters that loved Descendants. I loved every moment I had the opportunity to get away from my girlfriend to sit down with them and watch Descendants. I would sneak off with them into the living room or down into the basement, and we watched the entire Descendants trilogy and The Rise of Red. And then ultimately she would break up with me because I wasn't giving her enough attention. But if you had a daughter that was cool enough to watch Descendants, oh, I was all there for it. I'm the cutest guy ever to upload Descendants for Zombies videos. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Jonathan, and it is an honor to have you here. And I hope you continue to join me on this incredible journey, because I have a lot to say where Descendants and Zombies goes. How this YouTube channel works is there are anywhere from 1 to 4 videos uploaded per day, and you can always depend on a video to be uploaded on this YouTube channel because I'm not going anywhere. While other YouTube channels fade off into obscurity after promising you false promises that are never fallen through with, this YouTube channel will always and forever be here for each and every person who ever proudly stood up and said that they were a fan of Descendants and Zombies. And by the way, I love some of the most beautiful friendships that are created off of Descendants and Zombies inspiration. What I mean by that is when a little girl gets off the school bus and she meets a girl for the first time in her life, and the first question she poses to that girl is, do you love Descendants and Zombies? And they reach a mutual understanding of how close Descendants and Zombies has brought us all together. And they stay friends for the rest of their life. There are girls I know who are 25 now who remember watching Descendants when they were 15, 10 years ago, and they're still friends. And they are inseparable. And I have the writers and producers to thank, but perhaps I should be thanking each and every one of you. And I'm sure in your little hearts, you're saying thank you to me for having created this YouTube channel, because this YouTube channel will forever and always be here in support of you to help you make sense of Descendants and Zombies and to help you realize that dreams are that much closer to being realized every single day of your life. I've never been told that I'm loved. I've never been able to keep a girl for the rest of my life, but I knew that when I had nobody, I had each and every one of you to encourage that dreams do come true and are possible. And I know one day that even though it seems really far away, it will get to the point where this YouTube channel will have 10,000 subscribers. Not because I upload videos about Descendants and Zombies, but because every little girl believes in this YouTube channel that much that she will hit the subscribe button. Thank you so much for all the love and support you've shown this YouTube channel. I honestly do not know where I would be without each and every one of you. Your support has been endless and very heartwarming. And oftentimes I could never make sense of it. But I know that all you're saying when you hit the subscribe button and the like button is I love you and thank you for making so many wonderful Descendants and Zombies videos. From my heart to yours, it goes out to you every single time I upload a video. Just know that when somebody uploads a Descendants and Zombies video that doesn't deliver for you or doesn't come through for you, this YouTube channel is always here for you, and a guy named Jonathan Clarke loves Descendants and Zombies just as much as you have for the better part of a decade. Thank you so much for allowing me to be a part of your life and in your heart for what feels like forever, and thank you so much for never ever giving up on me when you could have. I love you guys so much. I will forever cherish you, and just know that one day you will find your light. We will be back later on tonight with another great video. Bye YouTube, be kind to one another, and just know that no matter how impossible it may seem, you will eventually find your light.